Hey guys, this is Locke. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the dual banner with Cocoa and Miguel. Is it worth it to pull? Why I think so, why I don't think so. When Cocoa was initially released, I thought she was very strong. In fact, I made a video talking about her, and then I made another video talking about how I underestimated her and that she's even more stronger than I initially thought. I think she's a very strong character, and she has definitely met or exceeded my expectations in all the time that I've used her. At the time when she was debuting, I definitely recommended people to pull her. I said she was very strong. I think that message has changed a little bit now when she's on a dual banner. Um, I just don't like dual banners to start with. There's just too much opportunity, in my opinion, for things to go wrong. You might end up getting the other character, and in this case, I think a lot of people actually do not want this character. He's not rated very highly, and the people that do enjoy using him say that he's not like he's fun to use, but he's not that strong. I don't have him, so I don't use him. I cannot give him a fair review, but that's just what I've heard other people say. And so let's talk about it. So what if you do pull on this banner? What is the opportunity cost? Well, the first opportunity cost is that all the pulls that you put towards this banner do not count towards the debut banner. So, for example, if I look at this banner right now, Karis, right? I think she's pretty strong, and I was a little bit interested in her. So I spent about 50 pulls pulling on her, and I didn't get her. And I said, okay, you know what? That's all right. So I will save those pulls. Those 50 pulls will be now put towards the next character that I want, and the guarantee went down from 180 to 124. So that's okay to me. That's a worthwhile gamble because if I don't get her, that's okay. I'm still working on getting another character that I want. In this case, if it's a dual banner, that doesn't apply. It only applies for other dual banners. So if you spend, like, say you have 50 extra pulls, you might put that 50 pulls here, but it's only going to count towards another dual banner. And again, I don't like dual banners in general. I feel like they're less value. So it's not really going to count to the debut characters. And in my opinion, the new characters that are released are usually just stronger. So I would, I wouldn't recommend going for these dual banners. But anyway, that's one cost. That any pulls that you pull on the dual banner, if you don't get the unit, if you do not get to 180, those pulls do not count on the debut banner. That's the first opportunity cost. The second thing is that you might be in the spot where you spend 180 pulls pulling for this character, and you might actually end up getting the character you do not want. So if you're really targeting for Cocoa, you might end up getting Miguel. And I feel like that could be a rage quit worthy moment, if you do that. So if that's your mindset, if you are like, I'm gonna put everything I have to pull this character, and I get the other character, and I'm gonna quit. I mean, I would just suggest you don't pull. I think Coco is very strong, but I don't think she's needed to do the game. I don't think there's any characters that are needed to do the game, whether it be PvP or PvE. Um, in PvE, I mean, I've done videos where I don't use Cocoa in any of the content. Like when the weaponry trials were released, a lot of people made videos talking about Gloria, how she's so good, and use Gloria for every single weaponry trial. So I made videos talking about, okay, well, if I don't have Gloria, I mean, I do, but if I don't have Gloria, this is how I do it, and I was able to do it. Like, I'm sure there are videos right now of these weaponry trials being done without any legendaries at all. So similarly, I don't think there's any need for any one character that you absolutely need. I just don't think that exists, at least right now. Um, and even if you're looking right now at these, the Ascension Tower that's released, right? Is that what it's called? It's called something else now. It's called Universal Derivation. So if you look at that, I mean, you can only use Cocoa once a day anyway, in one stage, right? So like even the use is limited, and if you don't have her, maybe you spend an extra attempt to clear this one stage or something like that. But there isn't, in my opinion, there isn't anything in this game where it's like, oh, if I don't have Cocoa, I'm not going to be able to do this X content. There's no such thing. So with that in mind, I don't recommend people pull on this banner because I just feel like there's too much to go wrong. If it was something where there are two characters on this dual banner, and if you get either one of them, you're happy, I think that might be the only case, in my opinion, where you should go for it. There was one dual banner that I pulled on, and that dual banner was Nonoville and Momo. And I was happy with getting either one of them because I didn't have either of them. And I actually ended up getting really, really lucky and got both. But that is like something like that is where I would really recommend you go for it. So if you really like Cocoa and you also want to get Miguel or don't mind getting him, I think that's the only case where I can recommend you pull on this. Because otherwise, with the opportunity cost of not building towards the debut banner, and also the chance that you get disappointed in pulling the wrong character, I think that's just too much of a gamble now to pull. That's just my opinion. Um, yeah, I mean, as I said, like I don't think this character is needed. It's very, very strong, absolutely, but not needed. And the other thing that I want to talk about is that I think Cocoa is the one and only character in this game where she completely changes at 5 star versus 1 star. Um, One of the main things about Cocoa is that you want to get this happiness buff, which reduces the energy consumption by 1 and also reduces the cooldown by 1 as well, which is very strong. It'll make a lot of characters like so much more powerful. But until you get to 5 star, there's only a 30% chance of that happening. So if you look at even 4 star, right? The target has the 30% chance to trigger happiness. It says there right there. So even after you pull Cocoa from 1 star to 4 star, you're stuck at that 30% chance. I don't know why they did it like that. They should have slowly made it increase. I think that would have made this a lot easier than the stark difference at 1 and 5 star. So at 5 star, as you can see, the target gain happiness. It's a 100% chance. So to get the most, I mean, she's still very powerful at 1 star, no question about it. But to really get the full potential of her, you really want her at 5 star, which means again you have to wait for a while to have her there because you're going to be farming shards for her. Um, so even if you do get lucky and get her in this dual banner, you still have to wait some time before you can unlock her 5 star potential. And then there's also the other opportunity cost now of having to take somebody else out that you're farming shards for. Like you might already have August, you might already have um, Saphia, and you might have Homa, which are 3 characters that were recently released and they're all very powerful. So now you have to figure out, well, which of these characters should you take out to have Cocoa in for, a few months? Because as I said, like these other characters, they're strong at 5 star, but I think Cocoa has the most needed, like, ASAP, you have to get her to 5 star as soon as possible. So if you do get Cocoa, I would highly recommend taking out anybody you want to put her in because she would have a higher priority to get to 5 stars than anyone else. But again, that comes up with this opportunity cost. So if you're really thinking about pulling on this banner, I think you should really think about it. Like, see if that's something you want to, if all these costs are worth it or not. There was another dual banner that I talked about. It was Nungle and I think it might have been her brother. I'm not sure. But in that video, it was a similar like doom and gloom. This is why I don't think you should go for it. But if you do, this is what I think about her. And then I also said one of the things I said in the Nungle video was that she's okay at 3 stars, and even mine is at 3 stars, right? And so even if you did get her, it doesn't take as long to get to 3 stars as 5 stars. So if you're getting Cocoa now and the double shard event just ended, so it's gonna take you a while to get to that 5 star. So with that in mind, if you still want to go for it, I mean, I wish you the best of luck. Um, but I wanted to give you my thoughts about that. So hopefully, this video is like 27 minutes late since the banner released, I believe. So I hope somebody didn't rush it, and then I hope you didn't rush it and then regret it. But anyway, that's it for this video. And if you're wondering why I didn't do a Karis video, she seems kind of complicated. Like she has a lot going for her, and I thought that if I don't get her, I wasn't gonna make a video because it's really hard to talk about her because her skill changes as well. And then how hard is it to build that skill? I don't know. Like I feel like this is a character where I would be able to do a good review if I could play her. And since I don't have the character, I mean, I could do the trial. I did the trial actually on an alt account, but I feel like I would. So I didn't have a full context at first, so I didn't want to make a video and say something I didn't really want. I didn't really know about, So anyway, that's it. I'm still playing this game. I mean, I haven't been making as much videos because I've been pretty busy with some stuff going on in IRL. I mean, good stuff. So not like, bad stuff, but good stuff. So that's always good. But I am still playing this game. I have been logging in every day. Um, I'm just not able to allocate as much time to making these videos. And I'm also playing a few other games as well. So if you're interested, I'm playing like Girls Frontline 2. I'm also playing actually, that's the main other game. It's also a tactics game, and I might start making videos for that one too. I'm not sure, but anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you guys have a great day.